Greetings and salutations, everybody. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is John Campea, of course, and we are here to talk about the brand new Avengers Infinity War trailer that just dropped online like about a half hour ago. Forgive me if I'm a little bit disheveled. Forgive me if I'm a little bit of a mess. It is 6:15 in the morning here, so I'm a little bit still sleepy tired. I got out of bed just for this damn thing, and man, it did not disappoint whatsoever. Hey, so listen guys, I'm just going to tell you how this video is going to go really quick here, okay? I'm going to talk about this trailer. We're going to break it down a little bit, but then the most important part of this discussion here is I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you guys have to say about this trailer, what your thoughts are about this trailer. And here's how you're going to get your thoughts into me. I'm going to talk for about 10 minutes or so here about the trailer, and then I'm going to call from you guys, for those of you who are watching live right now, to send me your thoughts and reactions. Keep them kind of short, but you're going to tweet them to me at John Campea. I'm going to let you know when to start sending in those tweets. Don't send them in yet. I'm not taking them quite yet, but I'm going to let you know when to send those in. Those are going to come up in just a couple minutes. Okay, first of all, I think this is the best trailer that Marvel has ever put out. Because, I'm not saying it's the greatest superhero trailer of all time. I'm not saying that. I think, though, this is the best trailer Marvel's ever put out, and here's why. It's not just a slash bang, just whole bunch of visual noise kind of trailer that we've seen some Marvel films do, some DC films do as well. There's subtlety in this trailer. There's drama in their trailer. There's slow pace in the trailer at times. It gives us a great amount. We certainly don't see all the characters revealed, but they give us a lot of character reveals. They set up the basic story, which so many trailers today don't do. So that was really good to see. Oh, somebody's saying there's an echo. So I gotta fix that. Give me one quick second, guys, as I try to fix that and try to figure out what the problem is. Give me a second. No, there's no echo. What are you guys talking about? Anyway, so let me get back to it here. So it sets all that up. It gives us great style. It gives us great looks at everything. Now let's just take a second and go through this whole thing here, okay? Let's take a look at this. One of the first shots we see, I remember when Avengers was first getting going and they got this thing going, they introduced Vision. I remember a lot of us started wondering, I wonder if they'll do the whole comic book thing, you know, where Vision and Scarlet Witch kind of get a little bump and grindy. Well, apparently they do. Apparently they do. So so they went into that. So apparently Vision has the ability to take on more of a human look. That looked really amazing. Of course, then they give us this look at Dr. Banner, of course, with the fist to the Hulkbuster, which of course we all know is something that Banner himself designed. Like only Hulk could design something that could potentially slow down the Hulk. And to those people say, well, Hulkbuster beat Hulk in Age of Ultron. No, they did not. No, he did not. He did not beat him. Hulk got distracted, and that's why eventually he won. And really, Bruce Banner deep down wanted to get stopped, so don't fool yourself with that. But anyway, then we get a really nice shot inside Doctor Strange's place. We saw Thor there, of course, in Thor Ragnarok. Now we see Banner and Tony Stark in there as well. Obviously, there's already been some battle damage that we can see happening in there. Then, of course, we cut that to out in the street. We got, this is clearly part of the same sequence because it's the exact same group of characters, only now they're standing outside in the street. Of course, you see we've got Strange and his buddy there. They've got their magical shields up. But then comes this one really great shot. This shot, which we suspected after watching Thor Ragnarok. Because in that scene in Thor Ragnarok, we of course see Loki go into Odin's vaults to put the skull into the eternal flame, and he comes across and he sees the Tesseract, and we all knew, right? He takes it, right? Well, this is confirmation. He takes it. Now, I want to know, is this shot that we're seeing here a little bit of misdirection? Because obviously the shot makes it look like he looks like he's surrendering, right? It looks like Loki is surrendering up the Tesseract to presumably Thanos. But I wonder if this is a little bit of misdirection. I can't help but wonder if he's like presenting or showing Thor. I wonder if Thor is confronting him. And he's kind of coming clean and saying, here it is. So I don't know which it is. It's either exactly what it looks like, that he's surrendering it to Thanos because he knows he's in the presence of a much more powerful being, or if it's kind of like a coming clean moment and him kind of just showing it to Thor that, yes, I've got it, I've taken it. So maybe that's possible too. Then what a lot of people have been wanting to see since Spider-Man Homecoming, they give us the shot of Spidey in his Iron Man armor, Iron Spider armor, if you will, whatever they're going to call it. I'm going to admit right now, I'm not a big fan of it. I like Spidey. I don't want Spidey. And this was my one complaint about Spider-Man Homecoming, and I loved Spider-Man Homecoming. But my one complaint about Spider-Man Homecoming, or one of my complaints, was that I don't want Spider-Man to be Iron Man Jr. I want Spider-Man to be Spider-Man. You know what I mean? I don't want him in an Iron Man suit. And really, that's what the Spider-Man suit that he had in Homecoming, it was just a junior version of the Iron Man suit. And I didn't want that, so I'll admit it looks great. I still kind of wish he was just Spider-Man and he just had the Spider-Man suit. But whatever, the suit looks good. I'm sure it's going to come in handy in the movie. All right, then we get our first good look at Thor in the trailer, doing something clearly very heroic, because that's what Thor does, and we notice that he's sporting the eye patch. And I was wondering if in the marketing, I think a lot of us are wondering, in the marketing for Infinity War, are they going to show Thor with the eye patch, or are they going to CG or make it still look like they did in the Comic-Con and D23 trailer, like he still had both eyes and all that kind of stuff? So clearly they're saying, well, you know what, Thor's been out long enough. Let's just show it. He's got the eye patch now. So I think that's pretty cool that they've done that. Okay, then this, okay, wait a second. Let me set up this shot. This shot to me was the shot that made me squeal. That made me go, oh, if you can call that a squeal. Oh, I did that because, first of all, you get, Mixmaster DJ Uglyface, who I don't know who this is obviously one of Thanos' henchmen. And he's obviously attacking somebody, right? So he picks up the spear and he chucks this spear, and we see he's throwing it at Captain America. And Captain America does that thing, what normally is a visual cue that a lot of villains have in movies. So, you know, a lot of times the hero comes up to the villain and they want to show off how powerful the villain is. So the hero throws something at the villain and the villain just catches it. You know, they kind of did that in the Thor Ragnarok marketing with Hela, where Thor throws the hammer and Hela just catches the hammer, right? That's usually the hero attacking the villain. They want to show off that the villain's very formidable and the villain just catches whatever the hero threw at him. This was the other way around. This was DJ Mixmaster Uglyface throwing a spear at Captain America, and just Captain America goes, son, I'm Captain America, bitch! He just catches the spear. I kind of freaked out a little bit at that part, I must admit, yes. And then, of course, one of the great highlight moments of the trailer, you got Black Panther talking to somebody, apparently Scarlet Witch, but I don't know if that's just misdirect, but he's talking, he turns and looks in the shadows and says, get this man a shield. And out of the shadows, because goddamn Captain America, Steve Rogers comes walking out, and it's like, that was my second gasp. I was like, like I'm just getting excited to watch Captain America's coming out. That moment was amazing. And then we start to get into some of the money shots. Now, some of these trailers, what they can do is they can just pepper a trailer, just a full of visual noise and money shot, money shot, money shot. And those can be fun. I've had fun with those types of trailers. But what this trailer did is it slowly built, and then crescendoed, and then they start throwing in all these money shots, right? One of the first big money shots, of course, they want to show off how big and bad Thanos is. How about Thanos is grabbing Spider-Man with one hand and pinning him down to the ground? That was amazing to me. And if that's not enough, the mighty Vision, he's under Thanos' boot. He's got what clearly seems to be Thanos or Loki's scepter that he had in the first Avengers movie, and he's doing a little bit of whether he's about to take control. Because remember, a lot of people I've seen already mentioned online, that's Thanos harnessing or reaping the stone out of Thanos' head. But remember, in the first Avengers movies, when Loki used that staff and touched it to people, he took control of them. I'm wondering if it's not just a matter of him harvesting that stone. I'm wondering if this shot, and I'll bring it up again, if this shot might not be Thanos actually taking control of Vision as well. I wonder if there's a 2-4 thing going on there. And then probably the money shot of money shots, all right? This is a screenshot. Had you shown it to all of us 4 years ago, we would have lost our collective minds. and it's Thanos walking out with the glove. He's got a couple of the gems in there already. Oh my God, it's actually happening. This is the moment in the trailer when you're like, no, this is real. This is actually happening. There's Thanos with that damn glove. He's already got a couple of the gems. And I think it's important to note that they show us him with the glove, with an incomplete glove. That clearly this is a long campaign for Thanos to get all those gems. This isn't a movie about just him having the gems and now we got to stop him. This is a movie about him progressively getting them and probably progressively having to try to stop them. And then another big money shot after that one, Captain America, Hulk, Black Widow, Winter Soldier, Black Panther, Falcon, War Machine, with a whole bunch of Wakandan warriors about to go in and kick somebody's ass. That shot to me with Captain America leading the way, because you all know Captain America is my favorite Avenger. So Captain America leading the way into that battle, I cannot wait to see that. And then the whole Avengers logo comes up and you know there's going to be one more quick shot after that logo. That's the standard thing in trailers now, right? So the logo comes up, we're going to have one more quick shot, and it's Thor going, who the hell are you guys? And it's the introduction of the Guardians of the Galaxy in there as well. Clearly, so what we're drawing from this is obviously some kind of inference that, you know, that end credit scene in Thor Ragnarok, when their ship gets confronted by a bigger ship, something bad happens there. Thor's floating around in space. Obviously, Loki makes it out because we already saw him in the trailer. And the Guardians of the Galaxy just happen along to pick up Thor. And probably they're going to be the ones to bring him back to Earth. So that's kind of cool to see. And I got to admit, look, I don't want to be one of those guys. And I'm sorry that I do this because I know this annoys some people when you're comparing one movie to another movie. But, oh my God, when you look at, like, say, Steppenwolf in Justice League and how terrible he looked, compared to how amazing Thanos looked, and this, I mean, it was night and day difference. You'd almost think that that was just Josh Brolin in makeup. And a lot of it is, and then they CG'd over top of it as well. But it just looked so damn good. So damn good. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible how good this whole thing looked. It was such a night and day difference just on that level alone. But again, one of the things that really impressed me about this trailer is that they played the trailer like a movie. The trailer itself was in 3 acts. It had a building momentum through it till it crescendoed near the end. It gave us the basic idea of what this story was going to be. It gave us a general idea about where all of our major characters are starting out from. It gave us insight into kind of what kind of tone this movie was going to have. On all those levels, this is a brilliantly put together trailer. I still think my 2 favorite superhero trailers of all time was that first Batman vs. Superman trailer that they played at Comic-Con a number of years ago. That trailer was bleh. And the Logan Johnny Cash trailer. But this one is certainly right up there in the discussion with those ones. And to me is probably the best one Marvel has ever done. And remember the Age of Ultron trailer, that No Strings on Me, that was a fabulous trailer. But I think this one tops it in the way it's constructed, in the way it builds. It plays like a mini movie. 3-act structure, building, emotion, character, story, plot, boom, money shots, bang, crescendo. I mean, it felt amazing to me. So, okay, listen, guys. I'm going to go to your live questions now here. If you guys are watching live, I want you guys to start tweeting in some of your live thoughts right now. Simply tweet to me at John Campea. Start sending in those tweets right now, and maybe you will see your tweet pop up here on the bottom. And it is kind of funny hearing how excited everybody has been about this thing. It looks fabulous. It looks spectacular. And God damn, I cannot wait to see this damn thing. This looked amazing. All right, let's get things started with the Twitter. I'm going to go over to you guys now and see what you guys are saying. Again, we are doing this live. And the first thing here that's coming to us comes to us from Lemuel5445531, who writes, John, $1 trillion opening weekend. Okay, look, I don't want to get carried away. I still do not believe this movie is breaking the opening weekend box office record. The Force Awakens is just too far ahead of it. If the last Avengers movie couldn't come anywhere close to it, I think this one will do better than the last Avengers movie opening weekend. I don't think it'll catch the $247 million opening weekend. I just don't even know if that's physically possible. But this thing's going to be big. This is going to be, make no mistake about it, this is going to be big. All right, next one comes to us from, echoing something I've been hearing from a bunch of people. Victor Lynn 212 is writing, John, justice for Ant-Man. Yeah, where was Ant-Man? And you know, it's funny, it should be pointed out that you know how Vanity Fair just did all that whole photo spread for Avengers Infinity War? They had like 4 alternate covers. Ant-Man is in those. He's on one of the covers and he's in the magazine as well. It is kind of interesting that he's one of the guys that they left out here. Okay. This next one comes to us from Dutch3K5, writes, John, do you think the reactions to this trailer will answer the age-old question if there's superhero fatigue? Well, look, I've been saying all along, take Justice League out of it, all right? Take Justice League out of it. If you want to look at the last 3 major superhero films that have come out, okay? Thor Ragnarok, by far the biggest box office of the Thor franchise ever. Spider-Man Homecoming, by far, out of the last 3 Spider-Man films, by far the biggest of the last 3 Spider-Man films. Wonder Woman, the highest grossing superhero origin movie of all time. Okay, so if you just want to look at the last 3 movies, again, taking Justice League out of it, just take the last 3. They're all record setters. They're all record setters. Don't talk to me about superhero fatigue. I swear to God, for the last 6 years or 7 years, every year I'm dealing with, oh, now superhero fatigue setting in. Clearly it doesn't. Then the next year, oh, now superhero fatigue setting in. Clearly doesn't. Then the next year, oh, now superhero fatigue is setting in. Clearly not. And now I still have people today, superhero fatigue setting in. Oh, really? Because there was a new Thor movie, highest grossing Thor movie of all time. There's a new Spider-Man film, highest grossing Spider-Man out of the last 3 Spider-Man films. There was a Wonder Woman film, highest grossing superhero origin film ever. Tell me again about this superhero fatigue I keep hearing about? Because I ain't seeing it. Anyway. And yeah, this one is seriously going to go against that too. Let's see. This is a great question. The John Holland writes, John, what did Captain America catch? Well, it's some kind of spear, obviously. I'm not sure what it is specifically. I have a feeling, because remember, here's the problem though. DJ Mixmaster Ugly there, I believe he is one of those guys. Remember that picture from that one from D23 that had Thanos and his 4 main henchmen? I have a feeling that guy might be one of Thanos' main henchmen, one of his horsemen, if you will. But because it was just a brief couple of frames that he was in and he was moving, so there's a lot of motion blur, it was tough for me to see. So maybe if I study it more, I'll be able to come up with a more definitive thought on who that actually is. So I'm not really sure. And since I'm not sure who that is, I'm not sure exactly what it is he threw at him. All I know is that Captain America is like, come on, I'm Captain America. Want to throw that at me? Get out of here. Anyway, that's kind of what I thought about that. Oh my God, the trailer is so good. Okay. Let's see. This one comes to us from D. Havadatrivis, who writes, John, will you cry during Vision's death? Look, I'm not convinced Vision dies. I'm not convinced Vision dies. Like, let's look again. Let's compare this Vision situation where it looks like he's in imminent peril and looks like he's about to die. This reminds me an awful lot of the Rhodey scene. Who am I talking about here? Not of Rhodey, of War Machine, of the War Machine scene in the last film, where we had Rhodey falling from the sky, and we assume he's going to die, right? We just assume he's going to die. And hold on a second, something's gone wrong with my camera here. Sorry about that, guys, as we go numb for a second here. So clearly something's gone a little bit wrong with my camera. I'm just getting it fixed right now. But again, let's look back to that Rhodey scene. That's Captain America Civil War, right? Where War Machine is falling out of the sky. He's fallen down, all that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, Rhodey's going to die. What are we going to do? Okay, so what we then find out a little bit later is that he didn't actually die. As I switch to a new camera here, guys, I'm going to bring this one over here. Sorry about that. One camera died. I just had to hook up a new one. So In Ultron, we see him fall out of the sky. He's going to die. Oh my goodness, he's going to die. What's going to happen to poor Rhodey? He's dead. And the trailer makes it look like he's going to die. But then ultimately, he's totally fine. He does not die. He's totally fine. Everything's fine. Everything's good. So that happens. So I can't help but wonder if that's the same type of situation that we're going to get with Rhodey here, or if we're going to get with Vision. It kind of makes it look like something bad's happening. It kind of makes it look like he's going to die. But ultimately, he doesn't die. All right, let's try this next one here. And this next one comes to us from Fangirl Bout a Lot, writes, John, which heroes do you think will die in the movie? You know, we asked the same question. Every single Avengers Marvel movie, which heroes are going to die? And quite often, nobody dies. I mean, Quicksilver died, but that was kind of an inconsequential one because he just showed up in that movie for the first time. But it seems like every one of these Marvel movies we go into and goes, who's going to die? We go into Guardians of the Galaxy. Which one of the Guardians is going to die? And they end up killing off Yondu. I'm not sure any of them are going to die. This movie. I think by the end of Avengers 4... I think a bunch of them might die, but I have a feeling that maybe none of them die this film. I know a lot of people are thinking it's going to be Vision, but I ain't so sure it's going to be Vision. Let's see. Let's try this one. This one comes to us from Lobo Ulrich, who writes, John, what do you think how the first part is going to be? Well, I think the first part looks amazing. I think the first part's going to be incredible. That's what it looks like to me. Let's see. This one comes to us from CBev1994, writes, John, do you think Bucky gets a Wakandan upgrade? Well, I mean, they got to replace his arm. Right? Because correct me if I'm wrong, but his arm gets ripped off in Captain America Civil War. So he's got to get some type of repair, some kind of an upgrade, some kind of something's got to happen, right? So he's going to get something there clearly. But what it's going to be, I'm not really sure. Let's see. This one. Cornelius Sings gets, John, Thanos already has the Tesseract and the Power Gem from Guardians of the Galaxy. Does he have the Tesseract? Well, because Loki, no, he can't. Loki's got it. So maybe I got to figure that out, but clearly Loki has it. It was it was sent back to Asgard. It was in Odin's vault. Loki got it from Odin's vault. Loki now has it in this trailer. So how that all works out, I'm not really, we're going to have to see how they think they put all these things put together and fit the puzzle together. All right, guys, listen, that will do it for my discussion on this thing. I just wanted to give my quick thoughts and reaction, get some of your thoughts and reaction on this as well. Thank you guys for showing me. So listen, guys, overall, your thoughts on this trailer for Avengers Infinity War. I thought it was unfrickin' believable. Jump down in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Listen, guys, while you're here, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the thumbs up button. Make sure you follow me on social media. That'll do it for me, guys. Thanks so much for joining me. My name's John Campea, and until the John Campea Show at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today, bye-bye.